Facebook. I just think it'd be a nice thing just to put on everything. So good morning, everybody.
Rabbi.
I hope it finds you well. It's so lovely to be recording live and to speaking to you just directly after our Shachris Minyan. So we're going through the prayers, and one of the things that we say is Tov Yatzar Kavod Lishmo, which means that God created in perfection the world as an honor to his name. So both of these concepts are things we're going to talk about over the next 2 days. So the first point is Tov Yatzar, which means that God's creation of the world is perfect. And that means that we and everything in it are part of a divine plan, which should make us hopeful, because in other words, God has a plan for every single one of us. I think that's the first and most important idea that I want to get across. And then the second thing is that we can feel a sense of dissonance over here, because we're said Tov Yatzar, and we know the word Tov comes from the beginning, from Bereshis, where we say Vayar Elokim ki Tov. God saw that it was perfect. And essentially what we're saying in the prayers is that everything that we've got in our lives is perfect. But you and I know that in our personal lives and in the lives of many, life is not perfect. So how are we supposed to reconcile ourselves with this idea? And again, what we got over here is we've got God's view of the world as being tov, as being perfect. But we in our lives don't experience it as tov. And over here, this is why tefillah, prayer, is avodah. It's got an essence of work, which is connected to it. And the point which I think we need to make over here is that we need to understand that if we see our lives as imperfect, there are two choices that we have at this juncture. We can either try and improve our lives and develop ourselves to be the type of people who can accept what is going on around us, or try and change our environment in order to make that life perfect. Yes, God created a perfect world, but we still have a role in it to ensure that that perfection takes place. We are part of that perfection, and therefore it is our choice. And I think this is a very, very important and vital part of all of our lives, either to be able to accept what we see around us and say this is part of God's plan, or to say, you know something, we can develop ourselves to be stronger people to create the society and the community that we want to. So these are the two ideas. Tov Yatzar, that God created the world in perfection. Yes, he did do that. And it's our chance to see the world as perfect. We certainly do that through these prayers and by reminding ourselves of these ideas. So I want to wish you a very good morning, and
Helena has your upside tonight.
Take care and have a blessed and safe day.
Okay.
Okay.